So for me, one of the magic moments in my career in practice is when a brother said to me, "Thank you, Kirsty," and I was like, "I'm just doing my job, so be it." And he said, "No, Kirsty, you don't get it." So I said, "Yeah." He said, "You've given me back my brother," and I was like, wow. And he explained to me that his brother had been within institutionalised care for all of his life. He was a chap in his 40s, and I had only supported him to move into independent living. But I'd involved the family every step through that. And to hear that a brother had now got a relationship, a normal brotherly relationship with his sibling, that's the moment for me.
So she didn't really verbalise to people. Her communication was really bad. And I remember once she stood beside me and stirred whatever I was cooking. Don't know what it was at the time. And that is like, you know, you have such joy from that, the tiniest thing that was so different in that lady's day that day was that she could stand at a cooker and just stir something with me. So yeah, it is a sense of just those small achievements in a way for somebody that is really important to them and brings them such joy.
One day, I'd helped this young man. He lived at home with his family. He wanted to move out because he was in his 20s, and that's what everyone does. He wanted to move out. And got him on a scheme, and basically we helped him buy his own house. So he became a owner. So his future was guaranteed because he was going to own his own home. And we had a little kind of like ribbon cutting ceremony for him to kind of cut the ribbon, walk through his front door, you know, because it had been a year journey to get to that point of trying to prep him to living on his own, thinking it's fantastic, going, choosing his house. He bought his house off plan, seeing it being built. So those kind of things, like when you go into nursery, you don't think that you know, someone buying their own house is going to be a fantastic, memorable moment. But for him and his family, what a fantastic event. He was so delighted that he'd bought his own home.
Was working with a family and a single mum and her children. Both children had a genetic disorder that impacted, that caused them to have a learning disability. And the eldest was non-verbal, limited mobility, and very angry. And we did a lot of work just playing and just spending time together, and Mum was at her wit's end, and we started using Makaton. And one day I came into the home and Mum was beaming, absolutely beaming, and she said, "Jenny, he said thank you to me today. He just said thank you." And she said, "That's if I never get a word out of him after that, you know, it's just made my day."